Welcome to the Hornets Hivecast, presented by Charlotte Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, the official eye, ear, nose, and throat care provider of the Charlotte Hornets. Here's your host, Sam Farber.
Well, today a special guest here on the Hornets Hivecast. Let's welcome back sixth-year forward Miles Bridges. Miles, thanks for joining us in studio today.
Thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. It's been an up-and-down season for the team. Statistically for you, for a lot of your teammates, it's been an exemplary season. How would you evaluate the 24-25 campaign for you and the Hornets?
Well, for the team, I always want to do better. I always want to win more games. But it's hard when you don't have your full roster most of the year. But for me, I always feel like there's room for improvement. I want to improve my defense. I feel like I've done that in some ways. So I try to focus on something new every year.
In terms of the positive statistically, highest points per game average of your career, highest rebounds per game average of your career, highest assists per game average of your career, all while at different times, albeit, LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams and Brandon Miller have similarly shown big jumps. What has been the key to improving your personal output while working alongside them, helping them do the same?
LaMelo, he causes a lot of gravity. Brandon causes a lot of gravity, and Mark, I know how to play with Mark. So, it's just us learning how to play together. And when those guys are injured, like I have a heavier load, so I just learn how to work with that. With
all that individual progress, what's the next step for the group?
Staying healthy. I know it's like a reoccurring thing, but I feel like if we stay healthy, then that'll make up for a lot of things.
It's also, in many ways, a new regime, new resources for you and the players on the floor. You've got Charles Lee and his staff new this season, Jeff Peterson in the front office. They came in midway or a little past midway last season, but this is their first full year at the helm of the organization. And then Rick Schnall and Gabe Plotkin overseeing it all. They're still about 18 months in to their roles in the organization. What stands out to you about the new management overall and how it's all come together?
Just how engaged they are with everything, even like the smallest things like the charity events and, practice, like showing up to every practice, like the owners will be in there, Jeff will be in there, Ryan and those guys. So just them being involved, just seeing them around, seeing their faces is really, pleasing to us and them showing that they care.
How important is that for you as a player, as someone who's been in this community for a long time, to see that buy-in and that investment of time and resources?
It makes you want to go hard, just to see how much they care about the team. It makes you want to win more games. They're putting all their money into this organization, so we have to reward them in some way. So I feel like us winning more games would be us rewarding them.
One thing that has stood out to many people in the organization, your teammates, your coaches, about you is the development of you as a leader. How do you try and lead this team on and off the court?
I just want to be consistent. That's my main thing. It's easy to be a leader when you're winning, but when you're winning and you're losing, and it's night and day. So you just want to be consistent. I want to be the same guy, whether we're winning or we're losing. Positive, keeping everybody going because that's what the team needs.
A couple of the quotes from your teammates, your coaches. Musa said earlier this month, "I'm not going to lie, Miles has been incredible. He's been doing everything for us when it comes to scoring, passing the ball, playing defense, and even being a leader." What does it mean to you when one of the younger guys, someone who's fairly new still to the city and the organization, has that to say about you?
Musa said that? That's crazy. Musa don't never got nothing good to say about me. But I just try to stay after him. I see a lot in Musa. He's been great for us all year as well. So I just like to stay on those type of players that have that drive, that energy, and the willingness to win. He never tries to take a game off, take a play off, and that's what I love about him.
He even said it in March when the Michigan State thing is really at its height. You're obviously an example for him in terms of what a leader is. Who was an example for you?
When I first got here, I'd say Marvin Williams. He was like the main leader of the team, and then Kemba, he was the star player and the leader. So those two guys, when I first got here, they really took me underneath their wing, and they helped me learn how it is to be a professional. Kemba, he's an all-star guard, and then Marvin's just one of the best teammates ever, and Kemba was the best teammate ever. So, just getting drafted here, being underneath those guys was like a blessing in disguise for me.
Anything in particular they did that you try and replicate now?
Well, Marv, he'll like to wait. Like when we get back from road trips, just to see if the rookies need a ride home or anything. So that's something I just learned just off the court. It doesn't have to be just leadership on the court. Off the court, like one time I didn't have a ride and he was the last one there. I was about to call an Uber and he just took me home, and that just meant a lot to me, and that always stuck with me. And then Kemba, when I first got to Charlotte, the first day, he texted me like, yo, come over to my house. I go to his house. He got a big pool, a big backyard with a hoop. We just kicking it. And that just shows like they're regular people too. And that's what I want to show to like rookies coming in. Like it's not no celebrity stuff. We all got the same job. We're all here together. So that was something big for me.
Kemba, now part of the coaching staff, your head coach, Charles Lee, had similar things to say about you and your leadership. He said, I think Miles just personally has taken it upon himself to spark our team with his energy, with his effort, with his communication, and it's just another example of his leadership taking another step. We know the challenges that the team has hit this season, but to hear that kind of praise from your coach and see what he sees in you, what does that mean for you and this team moving forward?
It just gives me all the confidence in the world. When your coach has that type of confidence in you and he sees your work every day, that helps you keep going. It's a tough business, the NBA. People are in and out. You lose teammates every year. So just for coach to have that type of confidence in me, it keeps me going.
Miles Bridges, our guest today here on the Hornets Hivecast. I want to talk about some of the fun plays that you've had, not just this season, but over the course of your career. Going right back to the start, we saw your connection with LaMelo Ball on the floor. When did you realize you had this special connection, were able to do plays like these?
It was like preseason of Melo's rookie year, my third year. Like in practice, we kept like finding each other because we both were coming off the bench at the time. So like we were just finding each other over and over again off lobs or me finding them for a three. That type of connection has been there, and he's been a close friend and brother to me ever since.
We knew from the start it was going to be a special connection, and you guys have continued to further that. Is there anything different today or over the years, either adding things or obviously there's father time involved? Maybe you feel your game has changed a little bit from those initial times running with LaMelo, but how has the connection changed?
I think it's the same, or it's even got better. We haven't had that much time on the court together due to injuries, but whenever we play together, it's always a good connection. I learn more about his game every day, and I feel like it kind of feels weird when I'm not on the court playing with Melo, because we just know each other so well on and off the court. It gets better every year and every day.
When you see something like this play here where LaMelo's coming down on a fast break, he can lay it up himself, but he's throwing it through his legs for you, or he spots you from midcourt and you instantly both know exactly what to do. How do you explain that?
It's more of an eye contact type thing. He told me, like, anytime we catch eye contact and you look up at the rim, I'm throwing the ball. And that's what type of guy he is. Just if he has a layup, he's a willing passing guy. He's a team guy. He wants to see his team succeed more than himself. So if he has a layup or say somebody's hot, he wants to keep going to him or pass them the ball. So that's just what type of point guard Melo is, and that's why everybody loves him.
For you guys in particular, that connection even extends off the court. I think you've started wearing more and more of his clothing brand as well.
Yeah, I think I'm a LaFrance model right now. I think I'm up for that modeling gig right now.
Very nice. Well, in addition to the connection you have with LaMelo, you've also taken a step forward and been one of the top targets and top playmakers in end-of-game situations. So I want to go through to your biggest plays of the year and get your take on them. First off, we've got you and the Hornets versus the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama's on the floor at that point still, and you're coming down to the wire, team needing a bucket. Take us through that last second play.
It was another connection thing with Melo, because I know that he has so much gravity on the court. So I told him, like, when you drive, bro, everybody's going to be looking at you. So I'm going to be open in the corner. And he found me, So
he said he told you he was shooting.
Yeah, he told me he was shooting it, and that's when I told him, like, everybody's going to think you're shooting it, so I'm going to be open in the corner. And then we said that in the timeout. So I was just ready to shoot it from the jump.
When it was all said and done, you can see the crowd reaction there and you hyping them up. You've been through the NBA in COVID seasons where there's no one in the building. What does it mean to you to have these moments now?
Yeah, it means a lot, especially, we're having, like, I wouldn't say a losing season, but a season that hasn't gone our way. Just seeing the crowd show up every game, it means something to me, and it makes me want to help this city improve, and have a winning basketball club, because they deserve it. But I love playing in Charlotte, and we're going to continue to have those moments for sure.
It's not just the offense. You've had a defensive game winner as well. The game against Brooklyn, down to the wire. You're up 1, less than 8 seconds left. Take us through this play.
We really were supposed to foul when the ball first got in. But, Damian, he tried to foul him, but he missed. So I knew Cam Thomas wasn't passing the ball. He loves to shoot, but that's when I made my play. It was just an instinct, just reading the game. But I think I like that play better than the offensive play.
Why'd you like that one better?
Because my whole career, everybody been saying I don't play defense. So, I'm trying to prove people wrong and show them I can be a two-way player.
I think you took care of it right there with the block, preserving the win for the Hornets. And then what do you remember of the crowd reaction in that moment? What did you hear? What did you feel as you made that block and made that recovery?
More so, I didn't really hear the crowd that much. I just heard Charles yelling, because he was like, good block. But it was, it was good, because we were down that whole game. We had lost to Brooklyn 3 times already. We didn't want to lose again. So that was a big play for me.
Knowing the circumstances of the season, are you more impressed? What are your thoughts, your feelings, seeing the crowd out there packing the house night after night supporting this team?
Yeah, like I said before, Charlotte's just a great city. And you see a lot of cities when their team isn't doing as well, the crowd, they don't come out. But, I bet tonight's going to be a packed crowd. And the rest of our home games is going to be packed. So I'm happy for that. And like I said, I love this city and I love these fans.
You can feel the appreciation you have for your fans. And it's not just out there on the floor on game day. You even go to social media and you're interacting with some of our strongest fans, including Sombrero Man here.
Yeah, that's a super fan right there. He's at all the games. Like, I see him at all the games ever since I was a rookie. So I had to give him his flowers because, people think that stuff goes unnoticed, but it doesn't, especially with us. We see fans all the time, but when you see the same fans over and over again, you're like, dang, they really support us. So I just wanted to give him his flowers right there.
Well, we have one last surprise for you. Do we have our special guest here? I think we do. Welcome to the Hornets Hivecast. We got a friend for you.
What's up, man? You good? Good, man. You coming to the game tonight?
Yes, of course, absolutely.
Okay, for sure, man. We was just talking about you on the screen.
Oh, Lord have mercy. There you go. This is my classroom. I'm in the middle of class.
Okay. What's up, everybody?
Say hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, that's nice. See, you got stuff from my rookie year. That's crazy.
You know it, baby. You know it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. I've been good. Good. Yep. I'm going to see you tonight.
Absolutely. Dude, I'm just so proud of what you're doing for the team, for the fans, all the hard work that you do, all those amazing dunks.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Congratulations, by the way. I tweeted about your most points on the single game when you got 46.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you also for, replying to my tweets every once in a while.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate your support, man. It never goes unnoticed, man.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Bro, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I'm still waiting for that Getting More jersey one of these days.
Yeah. I got you. I got you. Yeah. Good to see you, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to have those kinds of connections?
That's what it's about, man. Just building relationships in your community. And to have that same love given back to you, it means a lot, man. That's why I love the city of Charlotte. That's why I love playing here, man.
Only a few more home games left for the season. Anything special planned for them?
Just some wins. We want to get some good wins for the crowd. and for the city of Charlotte.
It's a good way to end it. Miles Bridges, thanks so much for joining us again here on the Hornets Hivecast.
Yeah, thank you.
That does it for this edition of the Hornets Hivecast. Remember, the HHC is available daily wherever you get your podcasts all throughout the NBA season, with game previews every game day, reviews every day after, and in-depth interviews everywhere in between. I'm Sam Farber. It's been a pleasure and a privilege having you along, and we'll talk to you next time right here on the Hornets Hivecast.
Thank you for listening to the Hornets Hivecast, brought to you by Senta, the official eye, ear, nose, and throat care provider of the Charlotte Hornets. For more coverage, visit Hornets.com.